I was serving champagne at my brother's rehearsal dinner when a man I'd never met grabbed my wrist and asked, "Do you know who your real mother is?" The room went silent. The crystal glass in my hand trembled. My adoptive mother's face turned ghost white across the room. I'd spent 23 years believing I was born to serve. That my place was in the basement. That gratitude meant silence. But that one question, that single moment, shattered everything I thought I knew about my life. The man's name was Richard Whitmore. Billionaire. Father of my brother's bride. And apparently, the uncle I never knew I had. "Answer me," he whispered, his eyes filling with tears. "What's your birthday?" I told him. August 14, 2001. His hand flew to his mouth. Oh my God. Emily. And that's where my story truly began. Before I share this chapter of my life, if you've ever felt ignored, unheard, or underestimated, then this channel is for you. Subscribe to Jossy Revenge, where every story has a heartbeat. Now, let me take you back to where it all began. My earliest memory is of concrete walls. Cold. Gray. Damp. While my brother Brandon slept in a bedroom with sky blue walls and glow-in-the-dark stars, I had a mattress on the basement floor. No windows. Just a single bulb that flickered when the washing machine ran. Gerald and Donna Patterson, I was taught to call them Mom and Dad, made the rules very clear from the moment I could understand words. "You're special, Briana," Donna would say, stroking my hair with a smile that never reached her eyes. "God gave you to us to help Brandon become great. That's your purpose." I believed her. I was 7 when I asked why I didn't go to school like Brandon. "School isn't for girls like you," Gerald said, not even looking up from his newspaper. "You're being homeschooled. You're learning what matters, how to serve, how to be useful." My homeschooling was washing dishes, scrubbing floors, folding Brandon's laundry while he played video games upstairs. By age 12, I was cooking all the meals. By 15, I was doing everything, cleaning, grocery shopping with Donna watching me like a hawk, organizing their social events. I had no birth certificate. No social security card. No ID. "You don't need those things," Gerald told me once when I asked. "You have us. We take care of you. Be grateful." Grateful. That word was hammered into me like a nail. Brandon had friends over every weekend. I served them snacks and drinks, then disappeared back downstairs. If I lingered too long, Donna's eyes would find mine across the room, a warning. I wasn't allowed to speak unless spoken to. I wore Brandon's old t-shirts and donated jeans that Donna brought home from Goodwill. Meanwhile, Brandon got tailored suits for debate tournaments, designer sneakers, a car for his 16th birthday. I turned 16 in the basement, alone, folding towels. Have you ever felt invisible in your own home? I did. Every single day. But the worst part wasn't the work. It wasn't even the isolation. It was the hope. The stupid, stubborn hope that maybe, one day, they'd see me as their daughter. That I'd earn my way into the family. I tried so hard. I made Donna's favorite lemon cake from scratch for her birthday. She took one bite and said, "Too sweet. Brandon likes chocolate. Remember that." I stayed up all night helping Brandon write his college essays. He got into Georgetown. At the celebration dinner, Gerald toasted our brilliant son while I cleared the plates. Not once did Brandon say thank you. Not once did anyone ask if I was okay. By the time I was 23, I'd accepted my life. This was it. I was the help. The shadow. The girl in the basement. Until Brandon got engaged to Victoria Whitmore, a stunning blonde from Old Money, whose father owned half of Connecticut's commercial real estate. And Gerald and Donna decided I needed to serve at the rehearsal dinner. "Wear something decent," Donna hissed, shoving a plain black dress at me. "Don't embarrass us. Don't speak. Just serve and disappear." I nodded. I always nodded. I had no idea that night would destroy everything. And save me. The Whitmore estate looked like something from a movie. Marble fountains. String lights wrapped around ancient oak trees. A violinist playing near the garden entrance. I felt like a ghost walking through someone else's dream. Remember, Donna whispered sharply as we arrived through the service entrance. Your staff. Act like it. I carried trays of champagne through crowds of people who didn't see me. Designer dresses. Expensive cologne. Laughter that sounded like money. Brandon stood at the center of it all, arm around Victoria, soaking in the attention. I was refilling glasses near the dessert table when I felt it, someone staring. I looked up. An older man stood frozen across the terrace. Salt and pepper hair. Sharp gray suit. But his face looked like he'd seen a ghost. He started walking toward me. My heart hammered. Had I done something wrong? Spilled something? Excuse me, he said, his voice shaking. What's your name? Briana, sir, I whispered. His eyes searched my face like he was looking for something hidden beneath my skin. Do you know who your real mother is? The tray nearly slipped from my hands. Real mother? People around us stopped talking. I saw Donna rushing toward us from across the lawn, her face twisted in panic. I'm sorry. I stammered. I don't. Your birthday, he interrupted, grabbing my wrist gently. When's your birthday? August 14, 2001. The champagne glass in his hand hit the ground and shattered. Oh my God, he breathed. Emily. Richard, what's going on? An elegant woman appeared beside him, Victoria's mother. Donna reached us, breathless, her smile razor-sharp. Mr. Whitmore, I'm so sorry, Briana is just our helper, she's... Your helper? Richard's voice cut through the party noise like a blade. This girl, how old did you say she was? She helps with Brandon, Donna fumbled. She looks exactly like my sister. Richard's voice cracked. My sister Emily. Who died in a car accident 23 years ago, right after her baby was kidnapped from the hospital. The world tilted. Kidnapped? That's ridiculous, Gerald appeared, his politician smile locked in place. Richard, I think you've had too much. What's her social security number? Richard demanded. Silence. Her birth certificate? Adoption papers? More silence. You don't have them, do you? Richard pulled out his phone. Because she's not adopted. She's stolen. How dare you, Donna started. I'm calling the FBI. Richard's hands trembled as he dialed. And we're doing a DNA test. Tonight. Victoria grabbed Brandon's arm. Brandon, what is he talking about? Who is she? Brandon looked at me like I was a bomb about to explode. She helps around the house. She's your sister, isn't she? Richard said quietly. They told you she was your sister. Brandon's silence was the loudest answer. Richard turned to me, tears streaming down his face. Briana, your real name is Briana Ashford Whitmore. And if I'm right, I'm your uncle. And I've been looking for you for 23 years. The DNA test took 3 days. 3 days of living in a hotel room Richard paid for. 3 days of FBI agents asking me questions I didn't have answers to. 3 days of my entire life unraveling like a cheap sweater. Gerald and Donna were arrested at the rehearsal dinner. I watched from Richard's car as they were handcuffed on the Whitmore lawn, their faces pale under the flashing police lights. Donna screamed my name. Briana. Tell them. Tell them we loved you. I said nothing. For the first time in my life, my silence was my choice. The DNA results came back on a Tuesday. Richard called me into his study, a room with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves and the smell of leather and old wood. Sit down, sweetheart, he said softly. He handed me the paper. My hands shook as I read it. 99.9% match. Briana Ashford Whitmore. Niece ***. You're my sister Emily's daughter, Richard whispered, his voice breaking. She died in a car accident 3 days after you were born. Someone at the hospital, they told us you died too. But you didn't. You were sold. Sold. The word hit me like a fist. Gerald and Donna paid $50,000 to an illegal adoption network, Richard continued, wiping his eyes. They wanted a servant. A live-in helper for Brandon. They bought you like furniture. Have you ever had your entire identity ripped away and replaced in a single moment? I wasn't Briana Patterson, the basement girl. I was Briana Ashford Whitmore. Daughter of Emily Ashford. Heiress to a trust fund my mother set up before she died. $13 million. I stared at the number and felt nothing. No joy. No relief. Just a hollow space where 23 years should have been. The trial was brutal. The prosecutor presented evidence, falsified documents, bank transfers, testimonies from other victims of the same adoption ring. Gerald and Donna had erased my entire existence to keep me dependent and powerless. Gerald got 18 years. Donna got 12. As they were led away, Donna turned to me one last time. We gave you a home, she spat. We fed you. Clothed you. I stood up. My voice didn't shake. You gave me a basement and called it love. You stole my name, my childhood, my future. But you don't get to steal one more second of my life. I walked out of that courtroom and didn't look back. Brandon's life collapsed too. Richard cut all financial support for Victoria's wedding. Victoria divorced him within 6 months. Last I heard, he's working at a call center, living in a studio apartment. Funny how fast a golden boy tarnishes when the gold runs out. Richard gave me a suite in his estate. Enrolled me in a college prep program. Helped me apply to universities. I got into Yale. My first day on campus, I stood in my dorm room and cried. Not from sadness. From freedom. I visited Gerald and Donna in prison once. Just once. I needed them to see who I'd become. I walked into that visiting room wearing a Yale sweatshirt, carrying textbooks on trauma therapy and survivor advocacy. Donna's face crumpled when she saw me. Gerald wouldn't even look up. I'm not here for an apology, I told them calmly. I'm here to tell you something important. You tried to bury me in that basement. You tried to convince me I was nothing. But you were wrong. I leaned forward. I'm going to become a therapist. I'm going to specialize in helping trafficking survivors and abuse victims. Every person I help will be proof that you failed. Every life I touch will be a reminder that you couldn't break me. Donna whispered, we're sorry. I know, I said. But sorry doesn't give me back 23 years. It doesn't erase the scars. So I'm not carrying your guilt anymore. That's yours to keep. I stood up and walked out. That was 2 years ago. Today, I'm finishing my junior year at Yale. I volunteer at a nonprofit for exploited children. I'm learning to play piano, something I always wanted to do but was never allowed. And I'm building a relationship with Uncle Richard, who tells me stories about my mother, how she loved thunderstorms, how she volunteered at animal shelters, how she would have been so proud of me. Sometimes I still wake up thinking I'm in that basement. But then I open my eyes and see sunlight streaming through my window, textbooks scattered on my desk, a future I'm creating with my own hands. The truth set me free. But I'm the one who chose to walk through that open door. If my story touched you, hit that subscribe button for more emotional tales from Jossy Revenge. And even if it didn't, come on, subscribe anyway, I'll win you over next time. Drop a comment, like the video, and let's keep the stories alive. Thanks for watching.